There are two things that I want to teach today. Um, Being with the Lord for 3 years when the disciples were with him, they didn't actually remember what he did, as he called them. The miracles that he did when he was there with them. One of the miracles that Jesus did when he was calling them in Luke 5 and verses 5. At the instant of the appearance of Lord, that's what happened. At the appearance of Lord unto their lives, unto your life, you will know it's God. Look at Luke 5 and verses 5. Simon Peter were fishing fish. And at that instant, Jesus appeared and told them that, he said, but Simon answered and said to him, Master, we have toiled all night and caught nothing. Nevertheless, at your word, I will let down the net. That right there is belief. But he knew what had happened earlier, that he didn't receive anything. He had toiled the whole night. But at that instant that Jesus appeared unto them, they said that they're downing their nets down into the deep. Now, remember, there are two key words there. Now, nevertheless, and into the deep. Now, as Jesus appears into your life, those are the two things that are going to happen. You will see his miracles and you will see what he'll do. And you'll know it is him because your life changes. Whatever you are doing, whether you are doing business, whether you are doing ministry, whichever place you are, you will see the light in him. But after those miracles, you will have a process. There is something such as a process. Now, in that process, you will go with him. He will show you mighty things, such that the disciples saw the miracles of Jesus raising the dead, actually healing the sick, even of the palsy, giving them even the chance to do the same with him. But remember, during those lives, I'm shortening this for the understanding of how God works, because what I want you to understand here is that there is a process in each and every in a Christian life. At the instance of your salvation, there is a work, there is a process in the making of you. That is why Jesus is called the maker of man. Now, if you go now to John the 21st verse, you will see after the crucifixion of Jesus, after Jesus was crucified, the disciples were shambles, really, because they didn't know what to do. In fact, Peter told them, let us go fishing. Back to their original occupation of fishing. And they went to the Sea of Tiberias. Read in John. They went back. They left ministry in that case, because Jesus was not there. He had been crucified. They could not see him. They didn't know the way. They didn't know whichever the way they were going through. I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to bring into light the process of salvation. It is a process. It is not as one time. As your preacher gets you to the altar, he will tell you to speak certain words, to tell you, oh, I now receive Jesus, I do this and do this and do this. That is just for you confessing. There is the part of believing, there is a part of process as you go through the journey. And that is where actually you read the word, you sink into the deep. Now, most of the time we go wrong. We follow our own cause. We follow other things. That's why the Bible should be the one of the direction with the Holy Spirit. That is. Now in John 21st verse and chapter 1, he says, after these things, Jesus showed himself again to the disciples at the Sea of Tiberias, and in this way he showed himself. Simon Peter, Thomas called Demas, Nathanael of Cana in Galilee, the sons of Zebedee, and the two others of his disciples were all together. Simon Peter told them, said to them, I am going fishing. They said to him, we are going with you. Now these people left, these disciples left the ministry literally after Jesus was crucified. Now look at this. Jesus appeared again in verse 4. But when the morning had now come, they fished the whole night again and they did not get anything. In chapter 3 now, Simon Peter said to them, I am going fishing. Immediately they left. But when the morning had now come, Jesus stood at the shore. Yet the disciples did not know that it was Jesus. Then Jesus said to them, children, have you any food? They answered him, no. This time Jesus said, and he said to them, cast the net on the right side of the boat. Cast the net on the right side of the boat, and you will find some. So they cast, and now they were not able to draw it because of the multitude of the fish. Jesus understands what you are going through. He understands when you are tired. He understands when you can't comprehend, you can't understand the things that are going in your life, but He will show you direction with the Holy Spirit. I want you today, as you go through things that you pray and does not come into manifestation. And that is a process. There is a time that God actually becomes silent in each and everything that we do. We should actually have faith that He's going to do.